Good morning, all of you. Let me start our class. Being a very first class, let me share a few words about the syllabus and what are the course outcomes, and then we will start the class. Actually, when we complete this class, we must be familiar with these things. First, we will start with the discussion of the syllabus. Then, after completing our syllabus, one must can able to project. We may say what are the course outcomes of this particular syllabus we should discuss. Then I will suggest some reference book for this particular book. Then we will start a unit 1. Today's class we will discuss what is health economics, what do we mean by health economics, and who is the father of health economics, and one or two definitions. With this, we will complete the class. Let's start with the syllabus. As far as health economics is concerned, like other subjects, there are 5 units. In unit 1, we are covering the nature and scope of health economics. Before that, we will define what is it. Then we will discuss about the health indicators. There are 6 health indicators. One is birth rate. Second one is death rate. Third one is fertility rate. Based on these three, another three is derived. It is called mortality rate, morbidity rate, and disability rate. So these 6 are considered to be the indicators of the health economics. Then finally, once we complete all these rates, we can able to project or frame what will be the lifestyle status in health economics. So these are the topics are covered in unit 1. Then once we know the basic of economics, then we'll move to the second unit about the determinants of health, which decides the health. For that, we should know what are the components in the health program implemented by government or private practice, whichever in the health program, what are the components? For that, we should know what are the determinants of health. So once we know the basic about the components and determinants, then how we have to distribute that. Particularly, the healthcare facility should be distributed because health for all is the object. We are having more than 130 crores of population. How we have to distribute that? So the third topic is spatial distribution of healthcare facilities. Because it is the health economics is a service sector, pricing for this particular health is very difficult because that will be a very small clinic, hospital, or 5-star hotel, hotel like hospitals. So depending upon the type of service we receive, we have to pay for that. If you go to the pharmacy and you buy a medicine, matter of 10 rupees. The same thing if you consult the doctor, then he will charge 100 rupees fees. Suppose you consult a specialist, then he will charge 1000 rupees. Suppose you are admitted and you are asking for a specialist, 5000 rupees you have to pay. But health issue is the same. The same 10 rupees medicine will cure. But based on the facilities that you are receiving, you have to pay for. For that, the price will differ. So pricing of health service is the most Herculean task to complete. Then what are the multiple services available in healthcare service, especially the hospitals? These are the topics that we are covering in the second unit. Now we are moving to the third unit. Here we are talking about the demand side of the healthcare. What is the demand for the health? What is the demand for the health service? Whether we have to insure for health, then that particular insurance, whether it is only for the rich people, how it should reach the poor or disabled person or senior citizen, how they are getting that health insurance. Then we are extending the demand side, demand for the medical care. What are the incentives that the consumer is receiving out of this healthcare insurance? For that, we should interlink the nutrition, health, and education. We should have some basic knowledge about the health and health economics. What are the cost benefit out of it? These things are covered in unit 3, and in the fourth unit, we are extending the third unit. It is particularly about the health education. Health education means how we have to spread the awareness about the health. Then what are all the medical system available in India? We are having 4 medical systems called Siddha, homeopathy, Unani and Ayurveda, all are Indian based. How it augment the gap of the healthcare services, and what is the public expenditure spent on healthcare, that too by the government. How the resources are allocated in this particular health sector. For that, we should have some model called medical tourism model. Then finally, how it affects the Indian economy, or how it influences the Indian economy. So with these are the topics that we are discussing in the fourth unit, and the last unit before the let me tweet to finish. In the fifth unit, we are discussing about what are the provisions available for the health service given by local, state, and central government, and how the private or public individual is getting benefit out of it, and how much they are paying for the health service. For that, there are different health programs is there. The main program that we have to discuss is village health sanitation, and how the nutrition food is distributed throughout the country, and the program of family planning in order to control the population, which is the base or axis for the healthcare distribution. So finally, we will discuss about the legislation, particularly Indian National Health Policy. The current one we will discuss about 2020 National Health Policy. We will discuss, and finally, what are all the financial sources available for the health service. So these are the topics that we are discussing in our syllabus. Based on this particular 5 units of health economics, one can able to answer for this. You should be aware of the nature and scope of economics, and you should know what are the determinants of health, and what is the demand side of the health, and what is the supply side of the health, how they are meeting each other with the provider and the receiver. That is healthcare product and service, how the service provider is reaching the customer. And finally, we should have some basic knowledge about the health education and the importance for that particular discipline. And finally, the last outcome is we will be very familiar with the national health policy and what are the financial resources for the health service. This is the course outcome that you should get. I will suggest some of the reference book. There are easy book that is like a notes is Dr. Amuda. She wrote a book on health economics which covers the syllabus. And one more book is by Pushpalata Patnaik. That book also is a good one, but it is not available. It is Delhi publication. And 3 more books is Jay Bhattacharya Health Economics, on Frank Solan, and James Henderson Health Economics. James Henderson Health Economics is available in our library. So what I suggest is, with our discussion, I will provide the material that will be more than sufficient for you. But still, if you are interested, means you can buy Dr. Amuda Health Economics. Otherwise, you can refer from our library. That is more than sufficient, because the Google is providing good information about health economics. So there is no need that you should buy the book. Suppose if you need, you can buy. So these are the reference book. Now let us start the class. First, we'll start with what is health economics. Like other subject, this health economics is not a hard and fast tool to understand. Why? Because it's related information about us. Whether we have to maintain our health, certainly we should maintain. Then only our life expectancy will be more. Suppose if you are not bothering about the health, definitely it will affect not only you but also your family. So studying health economics is much more important than anything else. Why? Because health is wealth. So let me give some basic information about health economics. This health economics will provide some information about the decision maker who are having available resources to maximize his health benefit. For that only we are studying this particular subject. The economic evaluation is a part of the health economics, and it is a tool to compare the cost and the consequences of different interventions. Suppose if you feel sick, you are feverish, you will consult the doctor and you are getting some medicine. Suppose if the doctor is not available, what you will do? the elders will say, you take this medicine, or you drink this kashayam, all this. So some remedial action should be taken. Instead of having trial and error method, if you have a pakka system, then it is called healthcare system. What are the activities discussing about healthcare system is health economics. But one thing you should keep in mind, health economics is an applied field of study that allows for a systematic and rigorous examination of your problem faced by it may be a senior person or middle-aged person or child. On the whole, we are collectively called, they are consumers. And we have to make the consumer and producer to meet. For that, we need some health centers. So what is the relation between the patient and the service provider and the place of service? We are studying in this particular health economics. With this basic idea about health economics, let's move why we need. What is the meaning of health economics? Suppose if you start understanding health economics, we can able to interlink the consumer, producer, and social choice of that particular medical field. The health economics aims to understand the behavior of the individual or the healthcare provider, the public and private organization, which government. One minute, let me add it. The healthcare provider and the individual should be, for that they need some place. That place is a health center. So what is the interlink between these two? The health economics will provide the information. The father of health economics, if anybody know who is the father, I think in the screen is there. Kenneth Arrow is called as father of health economics. He wrote a book in 1963 about the health economics. In that he have mentioned what is a need, how the health economics gains its importance in the 20th century. Based on this book only, we termed him as a father of health economics. And he have given us some valid points. Health economics is the area of economics where the government have to come and play a crucial role, and he specified the exemption government intervention and a great deal of uncertainty in several dimensions. Some asymmetric information which makes barrier to entry and externalities in the healthcare and presence of number of hurdles in providing the healthcare. All these things should be taken care by the government. He is the first person who have insisted the government should interfere in the health department, and the laissez-faire policy is have been outgrown because of it. That is why we called him as a father of health economics. And he made one definition for health economics. It draws his theoretical inspiration principally from pro-traditional areas of economics, is finance, insurance, industrial organization, and finally public financing. Based on these four only, the health economics is gaining its importance in an economy. Finally, let's move with the one particular definition. There are many others have defined health economics, but if it is asked in the section A, you have to write this particular definition because it suits well. Because most of them are following this particular definition only. This definition given by Howard and Branson, and the definition goes like this. Let me read the definition. Health economics is a branch of economics concerned with issues related to three factors. What are they? Efficiency, effectiveness, and value. And it is a behavior in the production and consumption of health and healthcare. This is the most important line in the definition. I will repeat again. The behavior in the production and consumption of health and healthcare. And based on this definition, we should say what is the importance of health economics. Health economics is important. Why? It determines how to improve the health outcomes and lifestyle pattern through an interaction between the individual and the healthcare provider. How they can reach based on the clinical setting. So I will repeat the definition again. Health economics is a branch of economics concerned with the issues related to efficiency, effectiveness, and value. and behavior in the production and consumption of health and healthcare. Health economics gains its importance in determining how to improve the health outcome and lifestyle pattern through interaction between individual, healthcare providers, and clinical setting. So, if it is asked in section A, you have to answer this. With this, today I am completing the class because being a very first class, I don't know. Yeah, so what is health economic? What is the meaning of it? And I have given one definition. Let me give one or two instructions. Kindly follow that. Then definitely we can score good marks in health economics. All of you by 192 pages ruled note, long size. And I will share this particular PPT or this particular class or link, and you should complete the date and write the heading and what are all there in the PPT, just complete as a classwork. For this classwork, I will award some mark in the internals. Okay. So with this, I am completing class. If you have any doubt, you can ask me.